quite successful. And the owner, he'd stocked up for the season. He got all the food and all everything was ready to go. But the trouble was, he got no customers because it was a very hard winter and nobody could get there. All the roads were closed and he couldn't get there. They couldn't get there. And there he was. He got the soup on the stove. He got all the beds ready to be slept in, and no customers. And it was nearing midnight when knock on the door. He went to the door, and there was an old tramp man there. He got a tattered red coat, bright blue eyes, and a long white beard. And the tramp man said, "I'm starving and I'm tired. Can you feed me and put me up for the night?" And the manager of the hotel said, "I can, but it'll cost you 3 rubles. Well, if it had been in Cradley, you'd have had that famous Cradley war cry, wouldn't you? How much? But it wouldn't have made any difference because the poor old bloke, he'd got no money, and he showed him, turned his pocket and said, "I've got nothing. But if you send me away tonight, I'll surely die out there in the cold, the snow." So he said, "But if you put me up, I'll pay you when I've got the money." Well, the hotel owner said, "All right, come in." He bought him a big bowl of borscht, which is the beetroot soup, and half a loaf of bread, and he ate it hungrily. He that hungrily, when he finished, he got a red stain right across the bottom of his moustache. And he went to bed and he said to the owner, he said, "Right," he says, "in the morning I won't bother at all, I shall be gone at first light. But I will pay you back when I've got the money." Well, the owner thought, never going to get any money. But, good as his word, the fellow was gone early the next morning. And, well, that day, it started to thaw, the snow quickly melted, and the customers were able to get there. And the hotel had its busiest season ever. They had really good trade. And so much so, at the end of a few months later, he decided to go to the church in Moscow to give praise and to, give thanks for what he got. And as he approached the church in Moscow, he heard the church bells ringing.
That was close enough.
That was good. That was good. Thank you, Monica. Anyway, he got to the church and he pushed the door open. And there on the walls you could see all the icons, all the painted icons, all covered in gold dirt leaf. And he was drawn to one particular icon. And he walked over to it, and when he looked at it, it was so familiar because the picture was a man, an old man, with a tattered red coat, bright blue eyes, and a long white beard. And along the bottom of his moustache, he got a red beetroot stain. Well, he looked at him and realised this was the fella who he'd given the room to. And since he'd done very well after it, possibly because of that he'd done well after it. So he bought a candle and he went to put it in the tray with the sand. And as he did, he felt something hard in the sand. Brushed the sand away. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 rubles. So the man had paid back. So he knelt and he said his prayers. And then he looked up at that icon. And beneath it was some writing. It was the name of that saint. There's Saint Nicholas, because that's what they call him out there. In France, it's Papa Noel. Germany, Santa Claus. And that's become Santa Claus in America. Of course, we call him Father Christmas. And well, I think it's about 5 days, if my calculations are right, he'll be here. But you know the rules, don't you? You've got to be good. So, yeah,